Misty with the Oracle Evolution. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. We are about to jump into some messages for the air signs. And this is specifically from a download that I received on a spread. So that's what we're going to do. It's called Retribution, Protection, and Elimination. And we're actually going to go ahead and start off with just seeing what our initial messages are. And we're starting off, let's see, with the sign of, I believe it says Aries first. So let me see. Give me just a second. Let me check. Yeah, we're starting off with Aries. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the messages. Okay, starting off with Aries. What are the initial messages for the sign of Aries? What does Aries need to know? Okay, so the first card that we have, it says, forgive the F out of someone today. Wow. Okay. Says you're probably thinking it's not that easy. Sorry, but yes, the F it is. Take all the energy you've put into being mad and making a case for how wrong so and so is and let that ish go. Start small so you can get the hang of it. The driver who just cut you off, yell, I forgive you, and wave. Secret bonus perk, forgiving someone usually pisses them off worse than anything else. So that's what we have as your first message for the initial energy. So it looks like, Aries, someone has ticked you off. And your initial, the message is saying here for you to just forgive them and let it go. Let's see what else we have. Oh, wow. This one flew to the floor, but I'm going to look at it and see. It says, you are not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. And this may be for one of you, some of you, all of you. I don't know, none of you. Who knows? But it says here, like if you feel like basically someone is taking advantage of you, um like you're doing a whole lot of things for someone and you're not getting anything in return, like that's, you need to let that go. So that's for one of you, some of you, none of you, I don't know. Okay, messages for the sign of Aries. Messages for the sign of Aries. What does Aries need to know at this time? And that one flipped right back there. I think I put that card in backwards. Okay. So it says, in order to love who you are, you can't hate the experiences that you shared, that shaped you. I'm sorry. And it says, anything truly cool about you was created from the life you've lived. Remember that when you start to wind down the shame spiral, no time is wasted, no love is wasted, no tears are wasted, no breath is wasted. You being you is important, and every single thing that made you is of value. Tell shame to suck it. So I don't know, Aries, if someone has done you dirty, is kind of what I'm hearing here. So someone's done you wrong, someone's done you dirty. And I don't know if you feel like ashamed, like you feel like there was something, like maybe you noticed the signs. I'm hearing, I saw the sun. Maybe you saw like some type of signs or something. That's what that's making me think of. And you're feeling like, oh, I should have known. I'm sorry about that, but I should have known, or I should have done something different. And it's not, maybe you are thinking like you wasted some type of time, or energy on a situation, on a person. Someone feels like they've wasted finances on a person or a situation, and it was not a waste. Anything that you've gone through, it was a learning experience. Or sometimes, like if it made you feel good in that moment, then that's just what it was meant for. It was not a waste in the slightest. Yeah, it says to thine own ass be true. So that's our final energy message. So forgive the F out of someone. You can't hate the experiences that shaped you, and to thine own self be true, essentially, right? Um, Courage is knowing it might hurt and doing it anyway. Stupidity is the same. That's why life is hard. That's interesting. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and keep going. And we're going to look at retribution. This is basically what's coming to your enemies and why. So, essentially, if someone has been behind the scenes, like doing you dirty, well, this is kind of your theme, right? So you feel like someone's done you dirty. So, if someone is doing you wrong, doing you dirty, wishing something upon you in the background, or something like that, we're going to see basically what it is and why this person wished this upon you. Okay, so let's see messages for the sign of Aries. Retribution, what's coming? Yeah, inspiration, whatever this is, especially with the forgive the F out of someone, whatever this is that you've experienced, that you've gone through. It's something about, I'm hearing something about making a mountain out of a molehill, but I'm kind of getting it instead of, like, the way that it's initially said is like, don't take something small and make it, like a big deal, make it a big thing. But I'm getting the sense of like, for you, they're gonna watch you do that exact same thing. You're gonna take something that was a small part of like your life or your life experiences, particularly with them, and you are about to expand it something. You're about to use it as your inspiration, and they're going to watch you do it. Look at me now is what I'm hearing, right? So yeah. And for this person, some things I'm getting the sense of like there are some things that they have been putting off. Um, Small things, it's about to add up and it's about to create. I'm hearing something about someone's destruction. So their mountain is about to turn into a molehill, something small, some small things that they have been overlooking is about to turn into, I'm getting like this snowball effect, right? Also, yeah, I'm kind of getting the sense of like whatever this is, I'm hearing something about forbidden fruit. So I don't know what that means for someone, but essentially, maybe they thought that they were like your forbidden fruit or something and that they were tempting you. Yeah, and that essentially when they, whatever this was that they've done, this betrayal, like they think like it's a huge thing, like it was going to be like something really big, but for you, it really isn't. It's going to be something, I'm hearing something about a stepping stone. So for some of you guys, it just served as a stepping stone. Hmm. Okay, we have Revelation as your next card. Yeah, I'm getting the sense of like someone wanted to keep something hidden from you. So this is like the revelation, but they're going to watch you, like it's tied to this card here. They're going to watch you come up with this understanding as to why something happened, why someone was in your life. And again, it's something about them being a footstool, right? Your enemies being your footstool. And it actually served the purpose. At the bottom, it says the farther gate, bold step forward. It was meant to get you to step out. I'm hearing on faith. I just saw 911 on the timer. So it essentially served for you to step out on faith, right? And this person is about to find out. I'm hearing the user just got used. The player got played. So this person thought that they were playing a much bigger piece or part in your life, but really they thought they were going to lead to your destruction. Number one, it actually is about to lead to you coming to some epiphany, a major epiphany, major epiphanies. Yeah. Okay. What else for Aries? What does Aries need to know? What does Aries need to know? Oh, okay. Okay, so here it says deep quiet meditation and stillness. This has to do with to thine own self be true, right? The most common thing that holds people back from health and happiness is an unwillingness to be honest with themselves. Owning who you are, what you struggle with, and where you want to be is the beginning of self love and freedom. Yeah, at the bottom it says empty well, time to replenish. Whatever. Okay, sorry, that was a phone call coming in. But whatever this is a major, this is about to cause you to really reflect, something about self reflecting on what it is that you I'm hearing something about major life changes. This is, I mean, I don't know. It's just going to cause you to go into like some really deep form of like meditation. You're going to reflect on something who, what, when, where, why, how. And it's kind of like that whole act of your self reflection and meditation. I'm hearing something about remember who the F you are. At the top, we have covenant, we have sacred contract. Hmm. Interesting. So that's going to cause someone to remember something to do with a purpose, something to do with like something is going to serve to get you back on track. Hmm. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to look at this, clarify this joyful muse inspiration. Oh, geez. I'm feeling like no, no. Do we take all of these? Okay. Yes. Okay, I'm supposed to take them. So I have resonating, I have repairing the veil, forgiveness. We have drifter, experiencing life as it comes. We have grace and generosity, which is benefactor, and we have jeweled web, connectivity. I'm actually getting the sense of like whatever this was, like this is, this was me. The intention was for me to look at the why, like why this person did what they did. And I recall saying something about someone being used as a footstool, someone being used as a stepping stone. I'm hearing something about taking one for the team. Believe it or not, I get this as like someone that you feel like, like they did you wrong, they did you dirty or something like that. They took one for the team. Like this is like some type of soul. I'm hearing soul sister, soul sister. This is like someone that's a part of your soul family, and they did something for you. It wasn't really against you, no matter how you feel about this. This was like this is different from most of the messages. So this is essentially like you needed someone, there was someone that you trusted, and they went against, essentially like you feel like they went against you. You feel like they went against your I don't know, they had to. Like no one else was going to be capable of doing this, whatever this is. This is interesting. Whether they know it or whether they don't, like on this, on like whether it's just on a subconscious level, it's making me think of that contract card that I saw earlier. but it's essentially what I'm getting is like this was some type of lesson in forgiveness. Like that was the whole purpose of this. Someone is having to learn a lesson about living, live and let live. Someone had to learn a lesson about it's kind of like if you can get through this, if you can forgive this, you can get through and forgive anything. Yeah, why you someone whoever this message is for, someone was refusing their calling. You were refusing your calling. It's kind of like you always had someone to fall back on, or you felt like I don't know what this is. This is interesting, but I'm not getting the sense of like malice on this person's part. It's like something had to be done. Something had to be done to kind of snap you back to life, back to reality. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Let's keep going. We're going to look at protection. So we're going to start off with things that you need to just kind of guard in your life. Change. Yeah. I'm getting the sense of like you weren't making the necessary changes that you were required to make along this journey and along your path, right? I'm getting the sense of like someone, like it started off to where like someone was doing like small things, right? To kind of like small betrayals. And it's like they had to escalate each time because you still like you were supposed to learn some type of lesson, someone wasn't learning it. And each time it had to escalate. And I'm kind of getting the sense of like, someone was trying, it was like meant to be, it was like the least amount of harm that could be done to make the biggest impact. But I'm getting the sense of someone who's slightly stubborn or quite stubborn, and each time they had to up the ante is what I'm hearing, until it pushed you into whatever it is that like whatever this was, whatever this new phase or stage that you're supposed to be in. Yeah. We have expect the best and but prepare for the worst. So you're supposed to guard, like make sure that you maintain or keep that sense of like positivity, that positive attitude, right? That level of optimism that you have, right? But still make sure that you're prepared because I'm getting the sense of like perhaps before, like you were very optimistic about things working out, but you didn't prepare in the event that they did not. You didn't have any type of like, it's not about like you didn't have a backup plan, but it was like you were slow to pivot, you were slow to pick up and kind of move on essentially and move forward, because it was like you just didn't someone just didn't want to, oh wow, someone didn't want to accept change for some reason. And so now you have learned, or you're about to learn this lesson about making sure that you embrace or accept change, making sure that you maintain your level of positivity, your level of optimism, but you're always prepared to pivot. You have to be flexible and be prepared to pivot. And then we have the next one for what you need to guard. It says, get to the root of the problem. I'm hearing something immediately when I read that. I heard something about stop making excuses. Essentially, I'm actually getting for other people and for yourself, right? Stop making excuses. Someone needs to kind of get to the heart of the matter. Hmm. I'm being guided to read. It says if someone is angry with you, think about why that might be. They might be maintaining deceitful appearances and are angry about something that has nothing to do with you. I'm kind of getting the sense of like someone taking on other people's baggage. Yeah, keeping like holding on, maintaining someone else's baggage, like um integrating other people's problems into your own. It's not, I'm hearing, it ain't my fault. You need to learn like what things are yours and what things are not. And you need to guard yourself against trying to hold on to other people's baggage. Yeah. Okay, we have don't burn bridges. So, hmm. With this, don't burn the bridges, and especially with it being underneath the embracing change, I'm kind of hearing something about like you need to learn to go with the times, right? So, like, sometimes your relationships are going to evolve, so to speak. And just because they've evolved and you don't remember that, like, there's some type of change to a relationship, sometimes you have to understand and accept that it's for the better, right? And it doesn't mean for you to automatically cut that person out of your life because you feel like they're moving different or they're moving. I'm kind of getting the sense of like someone feels like another person is moving like shady in a sense, but that's not what it is. It's like now it's time for something to change. It's time for some type of relationship to evolve because it's time for you to evolve. And I'm hearing that Dr. Phil, like, how's that working for you? So it's kind of like I'm getting the sense of like someone being too comfortable, like in a relationship, and it's keeping you from your growth and your development. And that kind of goes back to what that initial energy and information is. And even that retribution, it has something to do with like, for some of you guys, someone did something that you feel to be some type of betrayal, but it had to be. It wasn't them, essentially, it wasn't really them betraying you. It's them trying to get you to, I'm hearing move something. Like some changes needed to be made. It was to foster your growth and development. It says, keep your fight short. It says, your objective should be to win the war, not keep winning the small battles. Say your piece politely and with respect. Listen to theirs in the same manner, then move towards peace. Don't pretend it didn't happen. Deal with it then and there and leave it behind you. And this is right here directly under expect the best, but prepare for the worst, right? I'm hearing something about if it's war you want, it is war you shall get. But I'm getting the sense of like that's something that's essentially that's a distraction, and it can only serve to drain someone of their, I'm hearing drain me of my energy. Huh. That goes back to like someone needs to quickly forgive some things and just move on. So you're not sitting like in that energy. Someone needs to protect their energy. You need to protect your energy. You need to protect your investments and your interests, and you need to protect your energy. That's what I'm getting. And then we have treat others as you want them to treat you. So this is about things that you're meant to protect. Treat others as you want them to treat you. I'm really feeling like for this one, it says the way you treat people will dictate how you are treated. And I'm not getting the sense of like you're being rude or disrespectful to anyone, but that's something that I'm kind of getting that you need to recall or you need to remember. If someone is being disrespectful to you, your answer, I'm sorry, but it's not for you to, I know I'm hearing something about kill them with kindness. And that might have been something that you were taught. What I'm getting is what you need to do is reestablish, reaffirm your boundaries and your expectations and cut them off until they're ready to play. I'm hearing play by the rules. That's what I'm getting. Play by the rules. If they're not willing and able to play by those rules of treating you with respect and kindness, the way that you would treat them, because you already treat people the way that you expect to be treated, then you need to cut them off. I'm hearing something about cut the head off the snake. If they want to be, it doesn't mean that they can't be in your life and in your world where we said, don't burn bridges. It doesn't mean that they can't be, but they don't get to drain you of your energy, right? Put up or shut up is what I'm hearing. If they say that they love you, I don't know what this is. If they say that they love you, if they say that they want to work with you, if they say that they want to, partner with you, if this is business, then they need to put up or shut up. They need to, I'm hearing show it. I don't know what song that is. They need to show it. And if they can't show it, I'm hearing something about disappear. I'm seeing like there have been some advertisement where it says like what will happen if you disappear for 30, 60, 90 days. You need to disappear. And when they're ready to, I'm hearing act right, then you can go ahead and you can welcome them back with open arms. And I'm hearing something about a 90-day trial, but on a trial basis. Interesting. We're moving on. Do I need this? Hold on. Because the best way to win is not to fight. It feels like that was an accident of what came out, but I don't know. Are there really any accidents? Do we keep this card? Okay, guess not. It was not an accident. So it says the best way to win is not to fight. I'm getting the sense of, because this part of the reading was meant to be like something that you should be working on in silence. And essentially, what I'm getting for this part of it is that if someone is where usually you might be ready to fight, this is about you going back and you coming up with a logical, a reasonable strategy. I'm getting the sense of like whatever this strategy is, I'm hearing something about be very clear. So I have to be clear with you on this, Aries. This energy sounds very matter of fact. So I don't know. Whenever it's really matter of fact, a lot of the times I feel like that is your ancestors or the Most High. Okay. So this message is okay. It's the Most High. So I have to be very clear with you. Your goal is to win the game. So, whatever strategy you come up with, it can be win win, right? I'm hearing win, lose, or draw. Your goal is to win. It can be win win, where both of you are winning. Both of you are profiting and benefiting from whatever this is, whatever your strategy is that you come up with. Again, this can apply to love, this can apply to business, this can apply to anything in your life. But whoever it is that you're dealing with, you need to think either win win, you're winning and they're winning. You can think win lose, you're winning and they're losing. But at no point, I don't know who this is for, but at no point do you ever accept lose win where you're losing and they're winning. And don't at no point, I'm hearing, are you permitted to have lose lose where it's just that is that draw. That's like win, lose, or draw. That would be equivalent to draw, right? Your goal is to win the game. You were created as a winner. I'm hearing stop showing your hand. Stop showing your hand. Do not put your cards on the table. Okay. Sorry. Well, not sorry. Let's keep going. So, what is it that you're meant to work on in silence? Whatever your strategy is, that's what you're meant to Work on in silence. Don't, yeah. Lead by example is the next card. Lead by example. Lead by example. Lead by example. Okay, so I'm guided to read. They value input from their children and are keen to make joint decisions with them. But I'm getting that as they value input from others, because that could be from others, from I don't know, a spouse, from a partner, from anything, right? This is about valuing input from others and being keen to make joint decisions. Hmm. I'm getting the sense of I'm being reminded of I used to be a school principal, and one of the things that I had to do as a leader, or as the leader, right? I did have to garner input, information, data. I'm hearing from constituents. That's what I'm hearing. So, um, from other people, essentially, right? That had a vested interest in the school, in the community. And I had to take that information and use it in my final decision. I'm hearing, but rest assured, the final decision was mine to make. So there's something that you are meant to, I'm getting the sense of like you're meant to collect data, to collect information in silence, right? To help you make a decision on something, whether this has to do with a relationship or business or work or anything else. You're meant to garner some type of information, research, as you come up with your final decision. But I'm getting the sense of like you're not meant to share like whatever this is. Like if there are multiple people who are like trying to give you information, you're not meant to discuss whatever this is with those other people that are giving their advice and their feedback, because I'm getting the sense of like someone trying to, it's just going to lead to someone trying to like do something about a takeover. I got that in another reading before, something about someone trying to do like some type of takeover. And I'm being reminded again, I'm hearing again, but rest assured, the decision, that final decision, you're the one who's meant to make that final decision, no one else. So be open to listening to what other people have to say, but that final decision, it is yours. Yeah. Says, don't let your ego get in the way. And I'm being guided to put that back in reverse. Don't let your ego get in the way, which means with me putting that in reverse, this has something to do with someone's. Yeah, I was talking about this with the rest of these. It says, to thine own self be true, get to the root of the problem, treat others as you want them to treat you. And now in reverse, it says, don't let your ego get in the way. But we talked about this is about other people making sure that they're treating you with respect, right? Not accepting less from other people, not taking on other people's garbage or baggage as yours, right? Sometimes people do and say things and act in ways that really it has nothing to do with you, and you're not meant to allow that to affect you, right? It should not change you in the least. Like that's their lesson that they need to learn, or battle, internal battle or struggle that they need to go through on their own. It has nothing to do with you. I'm getting the sense of someone who continues to allow people to like their thoughts and decisions and wants and needs are superseding your own. And that is a no. That is a no-go. That's why this is in reverse, where it says don't let your ego get in the way. Yes, please. Someone needs to learn how to put themselves first. Someone needs to work on their own interests, but work on it in silence. Because I'm kind of getting the sense of like people being taught, like, like they're being selfish and like you're a bad person. No, you're not. You need to put yourself first. Someone is telling you or trying to teach you that, like, that makes you a certain type of person to put your own needs before others. Well, why? Let's go back to the root of that, right? Oh, wow. Okay. That has more to do with them, as far as like if you put your own interest before theirs, then they lose. They lose. Of course, they want you to put other people's needs before your own. That's how they win. And going back to that message, that very matter of fact message, you are, it's okay for you to be in a situation where you win, they win, whoever they might be, right? You can win and they can win. You can win and they can lose, but nothing else. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so let's keep going. We're going to move on to the next part, which has to do with elimination. What are some things that you need to let go of or eliminate, right, from your... Okay, let's see. What does Aries need to let go of? Oh, I guess we may as well see if there's another one. Okay, so right off the bat, like seriously. Okay, this one, I don't know if you remember, so I'm going to remind you. It says embracing change. So here we go again with embrace change. I'm getting the sense of like I'm being drawn to like the little snake skin or the scales here, and they shed, right? That's about accepting or embracing change. And I am passionate. Expect the best, but prepare for the worst. You need to make sure that you're just letting go of holding on to those things that just don't serve you. Like you're holding on, someone is holding on to things that just old situations, old, people, old whatever, like they're not serving you, old memories. I'm getting that strong. For some of you guys, old memories, they're not serving you and they're keeping someone stuck. Forgive that, forget all of that crap and just let it go and move forward. I am passionate. So someone here needs to, it says, in order to love who you are, you can't hate the experiences that shaped you, right? There are some parts of you that I'm getting the sense of like you're holding on to them, like, well, if this hadn't happened, in this has something to do with someone holding on to something in their past, right? If this wouldn't have happened, then I would have been able to pursue these passions. No, you can still pursue your passions. Use whatever that was in the past that that someone is you're holding on to, so to speak. Use that to fuel the fire, is what I'm hearing. So what I'm getting is like you need to let go of whatever these negative thoughts and feelings are that you feel like are keeping you from pursuing your passions. Let that go. Where'd it go? Oh, that one hit the floor. So this might be for one of you, some of you, or none of you. I'm not going to keep it, but this is I am knowledge. I heard something about past knowledge when I picked it up. So some of you guys, there's some past things that you are holding on to, old lessons or old thoughts or something like that, that you have to just let go of. We have I am blessed. You can see that I am blessed. And that came in reverse. And it has something to do with this to thine own self be true. Someone needs to let go of thinking that, oh my gosh, I'm hearing like someone thinks that another person, like it's a privilege, it's an honor to be in their energy and in their space and in a relationship or partnership or something like that with someone, but they have it twisted. The honor is all theirs. You are the blessing. You are the blessing. And yeah, that might seem a little egotistical, but what did we say? This didn't fall in reverse for a reason. It says, don't let your ego get in the way. And I said, yes, please. Yes, you do. Someone needs more of that ego. You need more of that ego to shine through. There's a reason for that. Yeah, I am unbreakable. This is what no longer serves you. Someone is holding on to old thoughts or memories or people or things because you feel like something is going to break you. That thought does not serve you in the least. You are unbreakable. Whatever it is, I'm hearing, I will survive. Yeah, there's nothing that could ever break you, ever. This one, it came out on the floor. So one of you, some of you, or none of you, the message is for, but it says, I tune out negative people and thoughts. And that came in reverse. I'm getting the sense of like something about that. You need to listen to what people are saying, right? But it's not meant for you to internalize it. I'm hearing something about I got your number. This has something to do with seeing who your people really are. So something about keep your enemies, your friends close and your enemies closer for some of you guys. I'm being reminded of strategy, but don't let people know like, oh yeah, I know who you really are. No, this is, you're just taking notes. Oh yeah, and that's right under here where we talked about someone is doing, like you're collecting information, the data, the research. You're finding out like who's for you and who's against you, essentially, in case you didn't know. Yeah, this one fell to the floor. So for one of you, some of you, none of you, it says, I am a healer. It does not serve you to try to, we've already talked about it several times, like holding on to baggage, to other people's baggage. Yeah, you're a healer, but you're a healer in the sense of like you are leading by example. You're showing people how you heal yourself. And essentially, it's up to them to take those steps to do their own healing. It's not your job to take over for another person, and which leads to like draining out your energy. That's not your job. Yeah. I am abundant is what popped out here. So for all of you, for Aries, all of you, anything that does not lead to your ultimate abundance does not serve you, and you need to let it go. And again, we're talking about any thoughts, feelings, people, situations, and I'm being guided to say situationships that are not leading to some type of abundance. And it doesn't have to be about the dollar bill, yo, is what I'm hearing. This could be an abundance of wealth and prosperity. It could be your abundance as far as like good health. This could be your abundance as it relates to love. I'm hearing that love and feeling. If any person, place, thing, or situationship does not lead to you feeling good, to you feeling great, I'm hearing worshipped. Take it or, love it or like it, take it or leave it, the words that I'm saying. But if someone or something doesn't leave you feeling, I'm hearing the bomb.com, but essentially feeling like a worshiped god or goddess, let it go. It does not serve you in the least. Hmm. Yeah. It says, I trust in divine timing. I'm going to clarify really quick. Problem solver. Problem solver is at the bottom. So I essentially asked, is this about going with the flow? Or what I heard was like, make it happen, Captain. It's not my time. I'm hearing something about it's not my time. And now I'm hearing something, it is your time. It's your time if you make it so. I'm getting the sense of like the most high, the divine, the universe, God, whatever it is that whatever verbiage I'm hearing that you use will say it's your time if you say it's your time. I'm hearing you're waiting on the Lord and the Lord is waiting on you. So someone needs to release something about, well, it's just not my time. Come up with a solution. I'm a problem solver. You need to come up with some solutions to whatever is going on. And let go of that issue. It's just not my time. When it's my time, I'll know. No, when it's your time, they'll know. I'm getting the sense of like someone who has received multiple confirmations on something. And that's why this message, like, I am an empath, so I feel the need to say that. But, and I'm clairsentient, meaning I get my messages through feeling, right? And this is very matter of fact. Someone has received several confirmations and several messages. And that's why this is like coming across, you guys, as very matter of fact. I'm hearing you already know. Yeah. So I hope no one feels like I'm fussing at them, but that's just how it's coming. Okay, so we have raise or promotion. This has come out. This is the third time this has come out for. But it says, congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. And I was really guided to your willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. So that was raise or promotion. You guys, I have no sense of direction. Sorry. So I know that's weird when I'm trying to show you what the card says. I'm very, yeah, but it is what it is, right? So this is essentially by taking action, by learning to trust in what it is, the messages that you're receiving. Again, you already know. Like, don't sit in some type of energy of, I heard the word hatred. I didn't want to say it, but don't sit in that energy with anyone. I'm hearing something about they're not even worth your time and effort. Like the situation is not worth your time and effort to sit and think about, how somebody did you wrong or some situation is wrong. Take it as the experience that it was and figure out how to, I'm hearing Missy Elliott, I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. How are you going to reverse it to make it a win-win or heck, win-lose, right? But that's the message that I have for you, Aries, and I hope that it was helpful for you. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. And we're about to move on to the sign of Leo. If you have Leo in your chart strongly as well, feel free to stick around and take a listen. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here, and I love you and good luck. Okay, so moving on to the sign of Aries. And I'm sorry, why did oh, okay. So I said to the sign of Aries, we just finished with Aries. Um, and I noticed that I was not guided to have an incense for you, Aries, just a quick wrap up for you, I guess. But and that's something normally like I would really pay a lot of attention on, like, oh, I need to have this incense. And it's part of that message where it has to do with that divine timing that we had. Someone needs to just do it. Don't sit and focus and worry about not having all of some type of tools and resources, because that's all they are. They're just tools. Okay. So moving on to the sign of Leo. Leo. We're going to go ahead and jump in. And we're going to start off with your initial energy, your initial messages, Leo. Woo. This is a reading. This is a spread that I received as a download. And it's called Retribution, Protection, and Elimination. So these are messages that you need, but specifically focused on retribution, protection, and elimination. And we're going to go ahead and start off with your energy, your initial messages and energy. The incense that I just lit is frankincense. So feel free to look up that meaning, the spiritual meaning behind frankincense. Everything that I do, you guys, it's like there's a certain, do I keep this? Because I didn't even get to shuffle. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to put it there. I received a yes. I'm supposed to keep that. But anyways, everything that I do, the candles that I light, the incense, like I don't really ask questions about them unless, like if I'm supposed to know, I'll know, but I'm just sharing with you. Frankincense is what I was guided to. So look up the spiritual meaning of that for yourself, and see what messages come to you specifically, because it wasn't selected just for any old reason. And the yellow candle, I was guided to light a yellow candle, which typically has to do with, what is that, the solar plexus, and it has something to do with confidence. So the first card that came out, it says you're not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. And this was just out for Aries, but I wasn't really guided to read the back. So let's see. Only read part of it. But it says, you know how you can tell if someone is taking advantage of you? You feel like ish after giving to them. That ish isn't healthy for anyone. Put the matches down and back away. They can get warm on their own. Now go do something kind for yourself. That's better self service to the world anyway. So Leo, right off the bat, your energy has to do with, I'm hearing you're doing too much. So someone is doing too much for other people. Someone's doing too much for other people. That's the um initial message. We're going to do two more of these, and then we're going to move on. Messages for the sign of Leo. Messages for Leo. What does Leo need to know? Ooh, okay. Pretending to be a savage won't heal that hole in your heart, baby. It says, you know who the real OGs are? The ones who ain't got ish to hide from anyone, especially themselves. Real OGs claim their humanity. They hold those wounds up to light, to the light, like Mufasa holding Simba. Can you hear that inspirational music starting? Yeah, that's you starting the hero's journey, love bug. Wow. Okay. So here it says, pretending to be a savage won't heal that hole in your heart. And you're not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. I don't know why I'm getting a strong, there's like a sensation that I get on my upper arm, and usually that means it's some type of, extra confirmation or truth. I guess I wasn't paying attention to what my initial thoughts were on that. Let me pull the other card and see. Leo. Leo. It says go outside and do ish. Well, you see what it says. I'm just trying not to. Says it's been proven all over the place that trees and nature and fresh air and all that ish help fight depression, anxiety, addiction, and pretty much anything else that might ail you. Find some place to put your feet in the grass or the dirt or the water or anywhere that's not concrete. A 5-minute nature break can reduce the amount of shitty thoughts in your brain drastically AF. I couldn't even think of another word for that one. And I'm still getting that sensation again on my upper arm. And I don't, what is that? Give me just a minute. What is that? Share your, okay. Okay, so I guess I do, like, initially when I put this out, I was like, oh wow, I have Leo strong in my chart. So I don't know why I'm being guided to share that my moon sign is Leo. So okay, so for some of you guys, you may not be a Leo as a sun sign. It's getting even stronger. So some of you guys may not even have Leo as your sun sign, but if you check your actual planetary alignments, your chart, your natal chart, some of you guys are going to find that Leo is strong. So there are messages here for some people that are not you're not a Leo sun sign, but you might be, I'm hearing shocked to find out that Leo is strong in your chart. So that's for someone, for some people. I don't know. So the initial messages, so I'm getting right here that someone is doing something, like you're doing too much for other people, right? You're doing a whole lot for other people. And the reason that someone is doing this, it's like someone is like, rather than address or face their own issues, like they're going above and beyond. I don't mean to be rude, but it's like being all up in someone else's business and healing when really you're meant to be focusing on your own. And not to say that you may know that you're doing this intentionally, but if you find yourself like trying to assist other people, you might be telling yourself that you're doing it out of kindness and love or something like that. But at the end of the day, for some of you guys, I don't know, you're air, not air, fire signs. Your messages are kind of wow. But at the end of the day, you're doing it to avoid um, something with yourself. You're avoiding something with yourself, whether this is intentional or unintentional. I'm also getting the sense of like someone keeps asking you to do things that really helps, that you're focusing on them. And it's like intentional. They don't want you to focus on yourself because someone wants to keep you small. They want to keep you itty bitty. Because if you grow and develop into the person that you're meant to be or doing the things that you're meant to do, it's going to take away from them. So someone is thinking about their own self-interest. Like they need you to focus on, like, like it's like you start working on yourself and it's like, no, eyes up here, like when some guys are like looking at women, like their bosom area, and it's like, hey, eyes up here. So it's like if you start looking at yourself and things that you need to do, someone's like, eyes over here, look at me. And some of you are confused and thinking that like that's the right thing to do, but it's a ploy, it's a plot, it's a scheme. I did a reading that was like, it's a ploy, it's a plot, it's a scheme, and that was quite a while ago. So Yeah, it's a ploy, it's a plot, it's a scheme. Someone needs to know that. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to jump into the rest of the spread. Again, this was something that I received as a download in the first part. That was just the initial energy or messages or something like that. And this is about retribution. So some things that you may not know that have been going on behind the scenes. That's what we're about to talk about right now. This is the what and the why. It says what's coming to your enemies and why. Okay. This card keeps coming out. But we have unmarked trail, revelation. Okay, where do you want this one? Okay, it goes together. And then we have sky bridge, possibility for union. And they're meant to stay together. Some type of is this relationship? What is this? Love? Oh wow. So Leo, this is something about some love for you. So that means a union, some type of union that someone is about to someone's going to watch you get with a get with someone. Someone's about to receive some type of revelation that they're meant to be with someone. Someone is their person, I guess, so to speak, if that's what you believe, if that's your forte, if that's your thing, right? So someone is about to discover that you were their person all along, or you're about to discover like it, or it's about to be vice versa. That there's about to be some type of revelation, but someone has been doing something to keep you from realizing this. I want to say something like, or even, like it's something being revealed, like about a union within yourself, blah, blah, blah. But no, that's not what it is. This is a relationship. Someone did something intentionally to keep people apart, to keep someone apart. Okay, let's keep going. Someone did something to keep someone apart. Yeah, we have first breath, beginner's mind. I hope you can see that. First breath, beginner's mind. Someone tried to keep another person from having a new start, from having a new beginning with another person. This is related to this. And it's like I'm getting the sense of like someone trying to keep another person so distracted and so busy with like menial tasks that they weren't able to see what was right in front of them. Something about the tip of your nose, something about being something on the tip of someone's tongue, like someone's about to speak about something, perhaps. At the bottom, it says heart home, compassion. Like someone doesn't even have time or feels like they don't have time to love or doesn't have time for relationships, but it's like you're so busy with other things. Yeah, it says me tops repairing the body, mind, and spirit. I don't know for some of you guys, like if you experience some type of heartbreak or some type of like ending in a relationship, it's like whoever that old person, I'm hearing, I want that old thing back. That old person or whatever, like it's weird, but maybe they were like having negative thoughts or something like that. Basically, or doing some things behind the scene to try to keep you, like to keep your heart, stuck. I really wanted to say broken, so I guess I should say that or use that. Hmm. To keep someone stuck. Yeah, gestation period, winter's dream. This is just reminding me of like being in the womb, like sitting in the womb. I'm just hearing like open, open, open. I'm thinking about like at the end of a pregnancy, like when the female, like you're just ready to just pop, right? You're ready to give birth. And I'm kind of getting the sense of like the baby might feel the same way, like, open, open, open. But this is like keeping you from giving birth to something new, that first breath or beginner's mind, from repairing. Someone's trying to keep another person from repairing, like, from getting over something, from repairing the heart or something like that. But they're about to watch you completely. I'm hearing something about 360. Yeah. Mindful group think. So why was someone trying to keep you from uniting? I'm actually hearing for some of you guys reuniting with someone. I'm hearing something about like, how is that going to benefit me? This has something to do with that. Like someone, like they needed a person to stay stuck because it's not going to benefit them in the least if you unite, or if you are with this other person. Like someone's about to lose out with this unification, is what I'm hearing. I'm also getting the sense of like for some of you guys, like this is a whole group that got together thinking, and this for some of you guys, this is your other person. Like a group got together thinking that if this person gets with you, they're about to lose out. Plot, a ploy, a scheme. So they had to come up with a plot, a ploy, and a scheme to keep you guys from being together. I'm hearing something about very costly. So it's cost them a whole lot of, is it just money? I was about to say money, but then I kind of wavered a little bit. It's not just about them losing money. They're about to lose out on a whole lot more. So perhaps this initial energy of like worrying and focusing on other people and what other people are doing that I talked about with that initial energy, perhaps that has nothing to do with you. Perhaps that has something to do with someone else, possibly a group of people doing things to, they're all up in your business. I'm getting a strong, wait, is that yes or yay or nay? No, my initial messages were correct. Sorry. I heard something about don't doubt yourself, because I was about to try to go back on what I initially said, right? Someone tried to create some type of doubt, and I'm getting a strong yes for that. So that was the purpose. Someone tried to create strong doubts for another person, or I'm actually hearing for other people, for other people. I'm feeling sick. Like I feel like it's like something in my throat. So someone tried to keep someone from speaking up about something. This new start that I talked about, that someone was trying to like hinder or something like that. This has something to do with a person receiving some type of resources. Like if you receive this resource, if you receive this relationship, it's going to give you access to resources. And I'm hearing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take off. It's going to lead to something taking off in someone's life. But also they know, whoever this is, like they know that if you receive these resources, things for you, I'm hearing shit's about to get real. So things are about to get real for you, but also for this person there, whereas you're going to receive some type of resources as a benefit of being in a relationship, someone's about to lose them. So again, I'm getting the sense of like someone trying to keep another person from a relationship because they're going to lose resources, which means you're going to gain them. And it's not necessarily they don't want you to gain them. It's just they don't want to lose them, is what I'm getting. So I'm hearing don't take it personal, right? And then we have a galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. And then we have rest and renewal. And I feel the need to say this for some of you guys. This is not for everyone, but for some of you guys, there's a lot that I'm talking about, like, I don't know, birth or something like that, right? So for some of you guys, Not only are you receiving some type of resources from some type of relationship to give birth to, um, for some of you guys, this has something to do with a business, but for some of you guys, this has to do with a kid. Someone is supposed to give birth to a certain kid. I'm being reminded of like I used to be really big into like romance novels, right? Historical, especially historical romance novels. And I'm being reminded of like some of them that I would read. It would be about like the female, like the male needing an heir, right? For some of you guys, this is about you providing an heir to the throne. And I'm not saying like in the sense of like, you're about to be a king or a queen. I mean, you are. But this is in the sense of like um future generations, a lineage. It has something to do with that. Yeah, benefactor. Yeah, oh my gosh. Benefactor here at the bottom. Grace and generosity. I'm hearing something about mother, like the mother. Huh. We're going to leave that alone because we've spent a lot of time with that. But we're about to go ahead and jump into the next part, which has to do with protection, and see what those messages are for you. For Leo, messages for Leo, protection, things that you need to guard. It says work fast and tidily. You need to guard your time, and you need to, no, just your time. You need to guard your time. You need to guard your time. Nurture your friendships. You need to guard. You need to be on guard about certain relationships. You need to on guard. I'm getting the sense of like being mindful of what people are saying and doing, and something about their reason for doing things. Someone trying to get in the middle of a relationship, and someone needs to think about why that is. We have feel the fear and do it anyway. Someone needs to guard. I just talked about this candle and it being yellow and confidence. Something about your self esteem. Someone needs to hold true to that, to guard that for some reason. It's like, I don't know if, and I'm being reminded about the little moment where there was some type of doubt, right, in the reading, where I'm like, no, why is there doubt here? That goes back to someone, or some, like someone trying to create some type of doubt about a relationship or about a certain path that someone is meant to take. Guard your time, guard your relationships, guard your, the way that you feel about yourself, the things that you know to be true, your confidence. You need to guard those things. Guard those. So it's kind of like and I'm getting the sense of like, this has to do with, all of it has to do with protection, right? But it's like at a level. This is like at a lighter level, then we have medium, and then we have like high alert. That's kind of the order that this is about to be in. So this next one, these are things that you're just meant to protect with your life, right? So it says consider the cost of an argument. This is under where I just said protect your time. Protect your time, guard your time, right? But I'm also getting protect your energy. That's why you need to guard your time. Someone is wanting to like waste your time. Waste your time. Someone wants to waste your time and deplete your energy. You need to protect your energy. So when you know you start to feel drained because of certain people, places, things, situations, or whatever, cut it off. Yeah, we have expect the best but prepare for the worst. What about it? Learn to tell good advice from bad advice is what's at the bottom. What is this? What are we focusing on? If it's not worth fighting, back out. If it is, prepare well. Come up with a game plan. List your opponent's possible actions of your opponent and plan your counter moves. When you've done that, you'll be bulletproof. So that's what I was guided to read to you. I'm hearing something about line of defense. Protect your peace. I'm hearing protect your peace by any means necessary. Hmm. I'm getting the sense of someone who I'm hearing I'm a lover, not a fighter. But don't get it twisted. You're a lover, you're not a fighter, but that don't mean that you don't stay ready. It doesn't mean that you're not willing and able. That's what this is about. Let's keep going. Protect your spirit. Something about your spirit. Protect your spirit. It says aim high. I don't know if you guys can see that. So this is about, again, I'm talking about this is what it is that you're meant to protect with your life. This has to do with your dream. This has to do with your expectations. Is there something? The memory of it will motivate you to want it again. Memory of what? The memory of it is something that there's a memory that you have of something. I'm hearing, I want that old thing back. So I don't know who that's for. But I'm getting this in the sense of like the- some type of lifestyle. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I'm hearing take life by the balls. I don't know who that's for, but if I hear it, I guess, I mean, I kind of have to say it. Someone, okay, now, yeah, someone needs to protect with their life something about things that you are passionate about, something about things that make you happy, something about a dream, something about a dream. Oh, geez, something about a dream. This fell to the floor, so it's for one of you, some of you, or none of you, but it says lead by example. And I'm looking at clear communication and enforcing rules with kindness. And yeah, someone needs to protect that part. Someone needs to protect their boundaries. I mean, I think everyone does, but that's a specific message for someone. Someone is, I'm hearing, letting another person walk all over them. That goes back to you're not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm, right? This last part for this one, it just talks about work in silence. So this is something that, like, I don't know. This is, I'm getting the sense of like if you are um military, like this is top secret. Something about top secret. Top secret. I'm seeing like a stamp, like a red stamp. Sorry, but this is top secret. So I don't know. This, it says get your timing right. And I'm being guided to read timing is critical in war, in business, in sport, and in our relationships with other people. Deciding on your strategy or your plan is essential, but it is only as good as it is appropriate for the situation. Don't rush in like a bull in a china shop. Wait, and when the time is right, don't hesitate. This has something to do with obviously your timeline. So if you have plans for doing certain things, do not share them with anyone for any reason. You'll know when the time is right. So, for example, I don't know why I'm getting this, but if someone is getting married, yes, I'm getting the sense of like you need to guard that information. Like you need to, like, I don't know why, but someone needs to keep this. I'm hearing mum's the word. I'm also hearing for some of you guys, so I'm assuming you'll know if this is for you, but I'm hearing do it fast. Do it fast. I'm being reminded of like I don't know if a lot of people know this or why this is, but a lot of the times when women get pregnant, so I don't know. Again, I said that I'm getting a lot of energy about someone about to get pregnant or about to have a baby or something like that. There's typically a rule. I don't want to say, well, I guess it's not a rule, but it's kind of like not telling people about a pregnancy for the first 3 months. That's why, like, really until you have to, right? So, like, you'll see like a lot of celebrities, like, it's like all of a sudden they're on stage or they're doing their thing, right? They're touring. And then the next thing you know, it's like, yeah, they're about to give birth in 3 months. And it's like, what? Because they know that it's important to keep that something so precious, that information. Someone needs to keep that under wraps as long as possible, for as long as possible. There's a reason for that. There is a reason for that. I don't know if I want to share that. Okay, so yeah. Sorry, I was being reminded of a time that I was pregnant. I told people and then I wasn't. And I'm not going to get into the details, but there is a reason that we keep certain things under wrap as long as possible. Somebody needs to look up, like, there's something about there being like a safe time to tell people something. You are going to have to determine when you are like in that zone. It's something about that. So something about, I'm hearing this is for your protection. And I just heard for someone, I don't know who that's for, because it sure isn't for me, but I heard, and for your unborn son. Yeah. So we have speaking in public is the next one. Why? Is a great skill to develop. The enemy of the public speaker could be lack of a point of mumbling. Mumbling, why am I okay? Mumbling, reading your speech, and making too much of yourself. Know yourself means know your material, relax, be confident, dress right, sober up, practice, and be yourself. Speaking in public. It's not what I'm getting is someone needs to work in silence when it comes to, it has something to do with your ideas, with speaking on your life, with speaking on things that you're working on. That's what I'm getting from that. Yeah, don't be fooled is at the bottom. Hmm. I don't know why, but I mean, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. This has something to do with hunger. Hunger. I'm hearing something about Hunger Games and something about Game of Thrones. I think I watched a couple of the Hunger Games. I don't know anything about Game of Thrones. And I don't know what that has to do with anything. Itchy. That's something to do with some higher knowledge of something for someone. I don't know. The next one, it says, be strong and hold steady. Why? Well, be strong, hold steady. It says, when a close relationship like a marriage goes wrong, the resulting breakup is never easy. But as soon as you're ready, move quickly, stop feeling sorry for yourself, lay everything on the table, keep your counsel, and don't be rattled by BS tactics. The quicker you get it sorted, the quicker you can move on. Remember, you're probably stronger than you think. It has something to do with, I talked about not revealing cards a lot in these readings, but this is more about like, I'm hearing that love and feeling. This has something to do with emotions. Don't let fear and emotions get in the way of something. When you start to feel fearful or emotional, emotional, I don't know why I'm thinking of that, but when you start to feel that, someone needs to just, we have right above here where it says go outside and do shit, right? So someone needs to replace those thoughts and those, like do something. There's something you're supposed to work on that's going to fuel something else that you're passionate about or something. That's what you have to do. Oh gosh, really? At the bottom, it talks about reason over power. This is about being logical, right? To get what it is that you want or that you need or that you desire, sometimes you have to sit more in that logical, like if you want it to manifest like on the on the 3D in the physical world. Like there are some things that you absolutely have to be logical about. I'm getting the sense of, and I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I'm getting the sense of like you have to, it starts out with a dream. I have a dream today, right? It starts off with a dream, right? But it's kind of like at some point that logic and that reason has to kick in and has to take over. Yeah. Let's look at some things. We have elimination. So these are things that need to be let go of. Some things that are not serving you. And again, we're on Leo. I don't know why my face is getting itchy. My nose is like super itchy. Oh, something about curious that tried to pop out. So, and I'm getting the sense of like, stop worrying about, I'm hearing, okay, I'm hearing two things. So let me just get one out at a time. I heard something about stop worrying about what other people are doing. And I also heard the grass is not always greener. So that's for one of you, some of you, none of you. I don't know. Okay, but we have respect. I deserve respect. Let go of anyone, everyone, anything, right? That is not giving you the respect that you deserve. Your royalty is what I'm hearing. You deserve respect. We have I am authentic. And this is right here on top of this, nurture your friendships. You need to let go of anyone, anything, or any situation that does not allow you to be your authentic self. And especially with it having to do with some type of friendship where it says nurture your friendships. If there are people in your life that, they question or it feels like they're kind of judgy, is what I'm hearing. They feel kind of judgy and they're giving their 2 cents. It's kind of like they are essentially saying that, I'm hearing just the way you are. They're not respecting and honoring you in your authenticity just the way that you are. And if that's the case, there is no relationship that's going to be worth it. There's no friendship that's worth it. And you have to let that go. I'm hearing something about mini me. If someone's trying to turn you into them or to trying to get you to do things the way that they would do them, that's a no. I mean, unless that's what you choose, because I don't know, maybe their whole lives are all in order and they got the keys, right? They have the code. But otherwise, if they don't have all of their, I'm hearing if they don't have all their shit together, why would you do what they're doing? And know that we're all individuals. We were all, I'm hearing something about separate but equal. It's kind of like we're all the same, but we're different. And there's something in honoring those differences. It says, I am divinely guided and I am sacred. Those two came out together. So I'm getting the sense of like anyone who, yeah, feel the fear and do it anyway and aim high. This has something to do with your divinity. This has something to do with your beliefs, your spirituality, or something like that. And that's funny. It's right here under the go outside and do shit, right? And I'm being reminded again of the doubt that was kind of, yeah. You need to let go of any doubts, any second guessing as it relates to your divinity, your gifts for some of you guys. No, I'm not. Okay. Who you are, you know who you are. It's not serving you. Okay, first was this one. It says, I am a creator. And it's right here under respect. And I am determined. Why? Hearing all things are created equal again. Oh, okay. Sorry, you guys. But I'm because I'm like, what is that? So I'm getting, do these go together? Yes. So someone, I'm hearing release the Kraken. And I did something with that before as well. But I'm getting the sense of like you guys, some of you guys are creator, well, everyone, you're creators, right? That goes back to also this giving this birth energy, giving birth to something. And it's like you have some type of ideas or something that you're holding on to. I don't know what it is that you do, what someone is holding on to, but it's time to release the crack. It's time to release it. Someone is holding on to the creator energy as far as like you create, but you're not releasing anything. You're not sharing anything. Like it's awesome that you create, that you're always going to be a creator, but that energy, it's kind of like you need to get out of that creator energy, right? And it has something to do with like you releasing what you're what it is that you have come up with. You're not creating just for the sake of creating. It's also, there's something about the collective good, the good of the collective. So someone needs to release some things. And I'm getting the sense of like once you release this, like I don't know, it has something to do with like there's more to come, to be continued. I reveal my truth. I reveal my truth. Expect the best, but prepare for the worst. And speaking in public is what I was guided to look at for this. Back to mum's the word. I'm hearing that. Someone needs to, the need to always, someone is oversharing. Someone's an oversharer. You need to release that. Yeah, someone needs to release the need to always have to share. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm being reminded, you know, the movies or whatever, and it's like you have the superhero and then you have the villain, right? And it's like that villain always has to tell their whole plan. Like, first, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that. But it's like you're giving ammunition. You're giving ammunition. You're giving ammunition. Someone needs to release that need to do that. You don't have to tell the world what you're about to do. You don't. What else? Yeah, I follow my heart. What is this about? I can change my thoughts. Is this why someone is holding on to their creations? Someone's overthinking. Someone needs to let go of this overthinking. I'm hearing just do it. Just do it. That's a little check mark. Just do it. Someone needs to release this always being up in your head. Sometimes you just have to take action. You just have just do it. Okay? What else? We have for the sign of Leo. Leo. There we go. We have God is your source. I love it, you guys, and I'm kind of giggling because I talked a lot about giving birth to something, right? So it says everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God. And your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. So that's your final message, you guys. And it's like whether you want to say God, the Most High, Source, divine, the divine, whatever it is that you want to say, like that's irrelevant. What word or what name you want to put there, right? What's important is for you to know, going back to the bottom where it said, I can change my thoughts. Everything has to do with your thoughts and what you're thinking. Your faith opens the doorway to receive. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there, you guys. So that's it for the sign of Leo. I hope that these messages were helpful. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you liked it, if you loved it, and even if you didn't. And we're about to go ahead and move on to the sign of Sagittarius. So, Leo, my friend. If you have Sagittarius in your chart, if it's highly aspected, some of these messages may in fact be for you. So if you would like to stick around for that purpose, or if you'd like to stick around just because, like maybe you like to hear my voice, please feel free. Again, like, comment, share, all that good stuff, right? But we're about to go ahead and move on to Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so Sagittarius, we're going to go ahead and we're about to jump in with your initial energy, with your initial messages, so to speak. This is a spread, actually, that was I received as a download, and it's called Retribution, Protection, and Elimination. But we're going to start off just with your initial messages and energy to see what we have. So let's do just like a quick, there's a lot of these cards here. I don't know why I'm fumbling around. What in the heck? Who's, oh gosh, okay. We'll see if this has anything to do with anything or if I'm just like, it's just all me, right? So, initial messages or energy for the sign of Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know? We have don't don't involve yourself with whack-ish. But you see what it says though, right? Don't involve yourself with whack-ish. Go on a whack shit cleanse for a week. It's easy. Make a list of whack shit, then avoid it and see how you feel. Examples of whack shit: gossip, comparing yourself to others, drugs, complaining, eating your feelings, eating your boogers. If you really do that, stop it like right now. Okay, so that's that initial message there. Let me see. I'm asking a question about if there's anything that they just talked about that is of particular interest. Ooh, Saggy. I was guided to specifically eating your feelings. I'm here and show them what you're working with. Eating your feelings. So if you have been, I'm hearing holding on to your feelings for the good of all, for the greater good of all, is what someone is thinking. No, because if it's harming you, it's not of any use to anyone else. It's unhealthy. There's something unhealthy about that. So what else for Sagittarius? You can't heal a wound by saying it's not there. Oh my God, that's weird. So we're talking about, it says don't involve yourself with whack-ish, right? Which I was guided to eating your feelings. So obviously someone is not speaking up on some matter or some matters. And here we go with you can't heal by saying it's not there. So you can't hold it all in. Like, things are not going to get better if you're holding everything in. Hey, Tay. So let's look at it. It says some injuries you really can just walk off, but too many of us run around treating emotional compound fractures like a stubbed pinky toe. They ain't the same thing, love. If you ignore the big ouches, they fester and get gangrene and give us permanent limps and shit. Do you have a big ouch that needs tending? Naming it is the first step in healing it. Maybe your wound needs some professional help. Don't do the gangrene amputation thing. Like, that's so 2016. So someone definitely needs to start speaking up. If you're holding in your feelings, there's something, like someone has done something, and like, don't just pretend like it didn't happen. I'm getting the sense of like, stop trying to save or protect other people's feelings at the expense of your own. Oh, wow. That flew to the floor. Hopefully I'm not flashing anyone, but it says when you're wrong, admit it. When you're right, be quiet. And that was thrown to the floor. So I'm hearing don't be quiet. Just period. Don't be quiet. Say what's on your mind. I'm hearing you're always on my mind, which is telling me that like someone is keeping things inside and it's festering. Oh, well, yeah, funny. Talking about the gangrene, right? So it's festering, but in your head, like in your mind, it's like you can't stop thinking about something because you're not speaking up and speaking out about what's going on, about how you feel. I'm trying to get just one more for you. And we're on Sagittarius, so we're trying to get one more. This is the initial energy. It's a lot of cards. Let's try one more time. Otherwise, I'm going to take that as a sign that that's it. Sagittarius. Okay, so I'm just going to admit it. Like, it really bothers me to only have two cards. For some reason, I'm always like one of those, I do things in three, right? I don't know. I don't know why, but it's just a thing that I like to do, right? So it's really bothering me that I have two cards. But there's a reason for that. Okay. I'm hearing move on. And now I'm being so I noticed that like I expressed how it bothered me, right? That I only have two cards instead of three because like, whatever, right? And it's not like, and I heard, okay, move on. So ideally, what I would have loved to have heard would have been, okay, we'll try it again, right? But I didn't hear that. I'm moving on because I am obedient, right? And it's not the end of the world. Does it irritate me? Yeah. Do I wish things were different? Yeah. Is it the end of my world? Absolutely not. Because the main thing, I'm hearing something about making the main thing the main thing. The main thing is that this message is for you. This message is for whoever it's meant for. And the main thing is like someone needs to receive a message. And I need to focus on that rather than focusing on the number of cards that are on this table. So I don't know. That's supposed to relate to someone for something. I'm getting the sense of like, don't make the assumption that certain things are like for the greater good of other people. Like, don't make that assumption all the time. Like, sometimes it's okay, but not all the time, right? Huh. Something important. I feel like there's something missing. But I'm getting this sense of like content, like maybe there's some, I'm hearing something about you will see. You will see. So I'll just be quiet. I'll be quiet. Okay, so we're going to jump into this part. It says retribution, right? So this one is about what's coming to your enemies and why. So if you have people that have been doing things, you know, whether it's obvious or not, behind the scenes or in your face, intentional or unintentional. I don't know why I'm being guided to say that for you guys. But this is about information that's going to be revealed in that aspect. And we're going to talk about what it is and why. Stranger is the first card. It says curiosity. I'm getting the sense of someone wanting another person to feel like an outsider. Always being an outsider. Drifter, loner. So that's what someone wanted for you. But I'm getting the sense of like what they're about to experience is going to be exactly the same. I'm getting the sense of someone being kicked out of some type of group, some type of club, some type of clique. Someone's not going to know where they fit in and where they belong or something like that. Why? Because, I mean, that's what they, because that's what they were wishing for you, or someone was saying or doing things to make you feel like a loner. There's a song, I'm hearing something. It's like a stranger in your own home, something like that. For some of you guys, I'm hearing hometown. What else? We have galactic mushroom, and we have falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy, the divine matrix. That's what we have here. Someone's about to watch. Your Someone was watching your. That's weird. It's like someone was watching your spiritual awakening. I'm hearing something about judging. Like someone was ridiculing another person with this ego sublimation. Hearing something about can't dish it out. Something, I don't know. That's weird. Someone's about to experience their own awakening. We got that with a couple of other signs. Someone's about to experience their own. But I'm getting the sense of it's going to be tough for someone. Like they didn't have an understanding. It's like they refused to have any type of understanding or any compassion for some changes that you were going through. And they're about to experience like this on their own. And they're going to feel like that it's that loner energy that they wished. They're about to feel that. I'm hearing, I came to bring the pain. Some calling me insane. This is being initiated by someone. I don't know. I don't want to go there. Right. I never get the part like where people are wishing something like against another person. Like that's something that I don't think I could ever understand. I've never understood it and I just can't. This is so weird. I just feel like things are off. Sagittarius, this is here we go again. I'm going to try one more time. Try one more time. I'm trying to get. Okay. Yeah. We're going to leave it there, right? That's interesting. I'm getting the sense of like someone wanting another person to be very bothered, or someone is perhaps very bothered by, I don't know. I'm just confused. And I know someone is like, well, but you do have the 3 cards because that's but these go together. Like they came out together for a reason. So I leave them um, in that manner unless I'm guided to do something different. But typically, if they come out together, they stay together. Something is off. But I'm going to keep going. We'll see. We'll see what this is about. Sagittarius. Don't involve yourself. Someone wanted you to eat your feelings. Why? We have lead by example. Keep your cool. I do. Okay. I'm hearing just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Yeah. No. I keep trying to. Okay. That's funny that you said, I wonder who is getting kicked out. Like that's what it's weird. Hi, Bright Eyes. Get your timing right. Like the whole order is being changed. You have got to be kidding me. This has so- I'm gonna this has something to do with a major change. Okay, so I was just guided to the little incense. It's gone out for the fire signs. There's something about an air sign, you guys, but for the fire signs, I was guided to use frankincense. So someone might want to see if there's a message with the spiritual meaning of like frankincense for them. Like even the lighting of this incense is just something's off. I don't know if there's about to be some change, some drastic change for someone. I'm hearing much needed change. So I'm not getting that it's something bad. That's funny. Thank you, Bright Eyes, for sharing that. I'm sorry about the fight, of course. Hmm. I'm going to timestamp this when everything's over, and you may want to go back to the beginning of what I talked about with your sign, with Sagittarius. Like there was a whole set spread, and now I'm being guided to just do it different. So let's go. Lead by example. What do we need to know with lead by example? The whole thing. It says, while families do not have leaders and employees and are not really organizations, they could be considered a small, not for profit business. Successful parents lead by example, setting out roles, boundaries, standards of behavior and expectations with clear communication, and enforcing rules with kindness. They value input from their children and are keen to make joint decisions with them. So, right off the bat, I'm getting the sense of like something needs to change. That's possibly why this whole setup is changed. Something needs to change with you, Sagittarius, and it has to do. Yeah, at the beginning we talked about this initial energy having to do with eating your feelings, right? Like kind of like letting someone walk all over you. Going back to it says you can't heal a wound by saying it's not there. Eating your feelings. And rather than sitting there and eating your feelings for the greater good of all, someone needs to start speaking out, but not just speaking out, not just saying, I think, I want, I feel. There has to be some level of action taken with that. And that action has to do with something to do with being crystal clear in some type of roles, crystal clear in boundaries, setting, establishing boundaries and expectations, standards of behavior and expectations. Someone needs to be crystal clear about something. Yeah. This one that says keep your cool. As you're doing this, Sagittarius, like I'm being guided to throw out the whole little type of like yours is different for some reason. But as you're doing this, you're being guided to keep your cool. You have to be cool as a cucumber is what I'm hearing. But I'm getting the sense of like someone is eating their feelings because they feel like when they have tried to share their feelings in the past, like they were not heard. But the problem is that it's not that your feelings weren't heard. It's kind of like the emotional I'm getting something about purging. I don't know if someone's holding something in and then just like bleh, like purging, like throwing. It's like throwing up everything that you ever thought and felt about a situation that you've held in, and it causes someone to look very emotional, like you're making valid points. Someone is making valid points, right? With something, but the other person can't get that. That communication is not being received. Because in that way, in that sense, someone is giving another person like they're holding on to the fact that you're emotional. Hearing something about spitfire, spitfire, spitfire. Yeah. We have work fast and tidily. Why? Give yourself a deadline and make sure you complete it within that time frame so it doesn't impinge on other things that you need to do. Something's coming. I don't want to say something is coming to an end. If changes are not made for something, something's gonna come to an end. Something is contingent upon what we've talked about. Get your timing right. Yes. Deciding on your strategy or your plan is essential, but it is only as good as it is appropriate for the situation. Don't rush in like a bull in a china shop. Wait, and when the time is right, don't hesitate. This has something to do with holding off, with planning. I'm getting the sense of like someone planning out. Um, this is a conversation. I'm hearing something about a meal. Maybe dinner time for someone. Someone needs to do something at dinner time or something. But cool, calm, and collected. And then we have combined energy, teamwork. That's the underlying issue. Someone's not working. That's funny because I kept whining, going on and on about there only being two instead of three. Two, typically, it has something to do with partners or partnership, right? And the underlying energy here with this has to do with teamwork, working as a team. Someone is not working as a team. In order to get on the same page, to make sure that you're working as a team, there has to be some type of conversation. At the bottom, it says evolution, not revolution. This is a process. Someone needs to understand that it's a process. It's not something that's not going to happen overnight. Something is not about to happen overnight. Okay. This part of the reading was meant to be something about protection, right? To preserve and protect something, some type of relationship. And I'm also hearing even a job for someone, something to do with a job. Hearing something to do with civil rights. There's, let's keep going. I think, Bright Eyes, that's interesting because I think I said something about that where you said you're apologizing even though you know you wasn't wrong. Yeah, that's a no. I talked a little bit about someone doing something like thinking you're doing it for the greater good or something like that. No. This part right here, it was meant to be things that you need to let go of. So we're going to just keep going with it, even though for some reason for Sagittarius, I'm just being guided to change the whole flow of the spread that I originally received. So this is the last sign for this spread, and yours is the only one that's different, where something has changed or something, I'm hearing something has to change. How many? Hold on. How many of these? Huh. Okay. This one fell to the floor, so we're not going to keep it. But it says, I speak highly of myself. Someone needs to let go of, and that's for one of you, some of you, maybe none of you, that fell to the floor. But someone, I don't know, I'm getting the sense of like someone is downplaying themselves, like making themselves small for another person, and you need to let that go. Need to let that go. Oh, wow. I tune out negative people and thoughts. I tune out negative people and thoughts. It says I'm a problem solver at the bottom. I'm getting the sense of like someone who it's like just like basically trying to lead you to believe that if you just listen to them, like all your problems will be solved. If you just do what they tell you to do, then all things will just work out. It will be even better. I'm hearing I'm hearing, man, don't listen to that shit. That's what I'm hearing. Man, don't listen. It feels like a brother, like a brotherly advice. Like, man, don't listen to that ish, right? Someone needs to let go of like whatever those thoughts are. Like, well, maybe it's kind of the sense of like some type of gaslighting. I don't know. Someone's causing another person to start doubting themselves when they listen to it, but it's like logically speaking, you know it's not correct. You know it's not the truth. Yeah. Oh wow. So it says I am supported and it came in reverse. First, I'm hearing it's like someone is trying to lead you to believe that they are supportive of you and your endeavors. Someone pretends like they're supportive of your awakening or of your spirituality or something like that, even of your hopes and dreams for some of you guys, but they don't. They don't. And if they're not truly support, I'm hearing something about sabotage, right? I'm being reminded of when I was married. I would ask, like, for example, if I would ask, my husband at the time, like, oh, I would really love to have, like, I don't know, like a drink or, something to eat from somewhere. Like, can you pick this up on your way home? And the answer would be like, no, I'm tired. I work too, and blah, blah, blah. Right. But then as soon as I say, like, you know what, I'm going to go on a diet, right? Like, I've decided I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to make these life changes. I don't, and I don't want those things, then all of a sudden it's like, "Hey, you want this ice cream? Hey, I was thinking about you and I stopped and I got, you this your meal from, this fast food place or, something like that, right?" And it would be presented like, because I love you and I thought of you and I brought you this, but if you really but the real issue was that wasn't why. It was like there were some changes that I was making for myself for the better, and that had to be stopped. I'm hearing saboteur. So that's a person that is their aim is to sabotage. Oh, there's something with the throat chakra. Aim to hold on, let me doesn't want someone to speak up. Okay, well, we don't, yeah. So it's like my throat was closing with that. Like someone wanted me to be quiet, not say something. Hmm. At the bottom is I am safe. Bottom is I am safe. That has something to do with like to keep who safe. It's like preserving their spot. It has something to do with like keeping themselves safe and secure in some type of situation. Someone might be insecure because I'm being guided to the fact that like when I would say like, oh, I'm gonna lose weight, like that was at a time where, I had gained quite a bit of weight, right? And it's kind of like it's like you're not thinking about me, right? As long as I am feeding myself, I was about to say killing myself, right? With junk food and all of this nonsense. Like that was fine. But as soon as I decide that I'm going to get healthy, it's like, no, wait. Wait. Then you're going to start loving yourself. Then you're going to remember who you are. Then you're going to know that you don't have to listen to all of this foolishness that I'm feeding into you. Then I won't be able to, I'm getting the sense of like someone being held hostage. Then I won't be able to keep you because I got you right where I want you. I don't know. Anyways, let's keep going. I feel like I'm going off on tangents and stuff. Wow. Let's keep going. Mm. I'm ready is at the bottom. Someone feeding another person negative information, negative, thoughts is keeping them from creating something. Thank you, Bright Eyes. Thank you, Tite. See, she has her hands over her face. It's like I'm getting the sense of like someone like, oh, you can't do this without me. I'm actually hearing you ain't nothing without me, right? That's what I'm hearing. And yeah. Can we have I'm good enough. I'm good enough right here. It's like someone wants you to feel like you have to have their support. They don't want you to know that you are good enough. They don't want you to know that. Oh gosh, ew. I'm sorry. This is usually like I usually look at this. I'm connected, like connected to the divine, connected to the Most High, connected to all that is, all that will ever be. Like that's what how I usually see this. But I'm seeing this like right here as like someone is trying to keep another person connected to them. This has something to do with codependency. Hmm. Wow. Wow. Okay. And you know what, Bright Eyes, I see that. And I'm just going to say one of the things that I like to think about is that is what it is. Like if your roommate is trying to get into your partner's head, that is, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. What matters is it working? Right? And if it's working, there's something much greater and grander. There's a bigger issue at play than it just being about it's not about the roommate. That's not what it's about. It's about there needs to be a conversation about between the two of you about something else. And I'm being guided to go back to where I talked about having someone needs to have a sit down conversation and where it said setting out roles, boundaries, standards of behavior, and expectations with clear communication and enforcing rules with kindness. That's going to be the issue. It has nothing to do with the roommate. If anything, the roommate would serve as a stepping stone to either the point to where it makes it happen, right? So you guys are going to do that and get on one accord, or I'm hearing London Bridge is falling down, or it's going to all come tumbling down. So either you're going to strengthen the foundation or you're not. That roommate is serving a purpose if that's what they're doing. Thank you, Tite. But I'm going to read this one. It says, focus on your priorities. And it says, where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So that is the actual final message here. It's about focusing on whatever I'm going back to, I think it's Stephen Covey, where he says, making the main thing, which is about focusing on priorities. Don't focus on anything else. Focus on whatever the main thing, make the main thing the main thing. Yeah. And that, oh, wow. And it says, obstacles and blocks are lifted at the bottom, which means focus on your priorities, make the main thing the main thing. And that's where you're going to see. It's kind of like, it's funny because now the incense smoke, like it was headed towards me, now it's going in the other direction. That's where the smoke kind of clears out, right? But you got to make the focus on making the main thing the main thing. And so those are the messages that I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that it was helpful. Please be sure, ooh, I keep hitting this little microphone. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all of that good stuff. I love you so, so much. And have a beautiful day. All right. Love you. Bye.